La festividad de Santo Tomás Apóstol siempre acordamos eso, ese refrán, mi Señor y mi Dios y mi Señor. La profesión de fe que hizo Santo Tomás, una profesión de fe que tal vez es la más básica que puede ser un cristiano. Tal vez yo me acordaba de mi papá al momento de la elevación de la Eucaristía, una costumbre, uno repetía ese mismo refrán. Es un reconocimiento, pues, el más básico y el modo también de conocer más humano, pues para creer tenemos que ver, tenemos que sentir, tenemos que percibir. Hay una encíclica Fides et Ratio de Juan Pablo II que hablaba de esa relación de la fe y el conocer o el conocimiento, el tener también necesidad de razón, porque la fe nuestra no es una fe ciega, aunque a veces algunos lo describen así y bueno, se tolera, pero en realidad no es nuestra fe, la cultura o el modo de nuestra fe, la natura de nuestra fe no es una fe ciega. La fe necesita llevarnos a creer. La creencia nos tiene que llevar a algo cierto también. ¿Y cómo lo hacemos? Bueno, con lo que percibimos, lo que vemos, lo que sentimos, lo que oímos, ¿no? La distinción tal vez se hace más clara en inglés. Belief and knowledge. There's a fundamental difference between the two. Both is to accept something as a fact. I believe something, I'm taking it as fact. However, when I believe, I don't need evidence. I take something as fact without having perceived or proven it. When I have knowledge of something, when I know something, I have proof of it. And so I don't need necessarily to believe anymore. I don't need to believe that I need to stop at a red light. Well, it's the law. I know I had to stop at a red light. I believe that the law might let me do something until I have actually checked and noticed. Then that belief becomes into knowledge. And so does our faith as well. It starts with a belief, but it leads to a knowledge. That's what theology is. La teología es conocimiento, sabiduría, knowledge of God, knowing something of God. And so it is a natural progression from us to go from belief to knowledge. And what we see, well, kind of the reproach almost that we hear St. Thomas of the Apostle, is that you didn't go through the belief stage, you wanted to go right to the knowledge stage. All the apostles were in that belief. And of course, it was confirmed with their experience. And that knowledge they shared with St. Thomas, yet he wasn't there. And he was not taking their word for it. And so he hesitated in belief. He only wanted what was certain, what was knowledge, what he can prove and we can see with his hands and feel and see with his eyes. And then he believed. It's almost he did it backwards. Belief feeds on knowledge, and knowledge feeds on belief. And when I open myself in belief, I open myself to greater knowledge. And with the greater knowledge I have, the greater capacity I have to believe. And that is the relationship of fides and ratio, of faith and reason. Our faith will need reason, and reason will fuel our faith to greater heights. And so let us not be afraid of that. Sometimes, as they call it, the doubt. Not be afraid of looking or being Thomases ourselves sometimes when we need to see it to believe it. But when we do see it, and we believe also, and our faith has grown because we have seen God's hand, because we have seen and perhaps even touched Christ ourselves, that will lead to our greater belief and, of course, greater knowledge. And so let's always put that knowledge for that greater glory of God in what we do in our homes and in our families, so that our families could